Hey guys, day 14. Had to go drug test today. Had to go see pre-trial. When you go drug test, they give you two chances to produce a specimen. If not, you get to go back to the Crossbar Motel. That's kind of scary because sometimes it's kind of hard to do in front of people, and they do watch you. It's kind of humiliating. We get ourselves in situations like that. A friend of mine gave me an idea to give you guys insight on life behind bars, how it felt when it was life. And like I've said, I've spent 46 months, some odd days, been locked up, different facilities around Kentucky. Some bad ones, some okay ones. None of them's good. When you first go to jail, when you first get a charge, you're gonna be a county inmate. You're gonna go in, sleep on the floor. It's nasty. Every word's the same. It's nasty. People inside jail don't care how they live. I mean, if they live like that at home, they're pretty lazy. You go into a cell that holds, let's say, 20 people, and there's 30 in there, so 10 people's in the floor. People walking across you, the nastiness, garbage, loud noise, you can't sleep. There's somebody always up, TV's always loud, noise, and inside of a concrete room, one little noise, it echoes and it's loud. And it takes a while to be able to adjust and sleep and function properly inside the jail. When you take a shower, everybody in the jail can see you. If you're lucky enough to have a shower curtain, you're doing good. Using a restroom, everybody can see you. It's a bad way of life. I don't want to see anybody in jail. There's a few people that deserve to be in jail. I've deserved to be in jail a few times. When you get final sentence, you become a state inmate. Then you'll get shipped to a state facility, whether it be a Class D facility, a little small, like a county jail, or a prison. The Class D facilities, they're not that bad. They treat you pretty good. The food sucks everywhere. If you don't have canteen money, you're going to get real hungry, and hunger's a bad feeling. You'll learn to eat a lot of ramen noodles. That's, oh God, I hate them. I hate them with a passion. You'll gain weight. Oh man, the food is horrible. And back to the Class D facilities. If you're lucky enough to get to a Class D facility with a good work program, when you go to work, you're going to work. And they used to give you 63 cents a day to work. That's like $12 and some odd cents a month. You'll get paid for walking 6-7 miles a day, picking up garbage beside the road, working on state vehicles, maintenance on state vehicles, working around the city limits, hanging decorations and watering flowers, just whatever they can find that nobody really wants to do. That's what they're going to get you to do. Cutting cemeteries, a lot of grass cutting. You will learn how to use a weed eater and lawnmower. Riding the back of trash trucks, that's a nasty job. And hanging off the back of a trash truck, going 40 and 50 miles an hour down the road, if they hit a bad bump and you fall off, you're destroyed. If you are the one that goes to the state penitentiary, and most of us are going to hit the state penitentiary, it doesn't mean you're going to stay there. They'll do it for the parole board, or you don't have a level, or your level's too high and they're going to reclassify you, or something like that. I went to a rough penitentiary, probably the roughest one in Kentucky, and they put me in the dungeon for about 18 days to get my reclassification. You know, they treat you just like an axe murderer if you're just, you know, caught with drugs or some petty theft or something. But you know, you don't have a classification, so that's what they have to do. It's not what they want to, it's what they have to do. It's state law. And the dungeon's a lonely place. They put you, you know, you've got a steel cot that you put a mat on, and you've got a stainless steel toilet with a little sink on top. You have nothing to occupy your time. No books, no magazines, no TV, radio, nothing. And most of the time you can't even talk to another person unless a guard comes around it. You know, you get 3 meals a day, you'll see the guard 3 times a day. If you're lucky, you'll get out once a week to shower and do hygiene. And then again, you don't get to keep any of the products in the cell with you. When you get out, they'll give you a care pack or a little bar soap, a little small toothbrush that will gag you to death to use, and toothpaste that tastes like glue. After that, when you get on the prison yard, and you've got, you know, a couple hundred up to a couple thousand people, you know, that's from everywhere, just different people. I'm not racist at all, you know, but they seem to force you into something like that when you're in prison. You'll hang with your own kind. I've got many friends, you know, white, black, red, it doesn't matter. I've got many friends. But when you go to prison, it's a different life. You have to look over your shoulder at all times. You keep your guard up at all times, because you don't know, you know, what's going to happen, who don't like you, who don't like the way you look, who don't like the way you talk, where you're from, the way you got your hair cut, the way you carry yourself. A tattoo on you may make somebody mad, and they'll come up and they will cut you. They will stick a piece of steel in you. They'll try to kill you. They just don't care. People that's been in there 30, 40 years, got life sentences or whatever, will come up and cut your throat for nothing. They don't care. That's their life. It's almost like they've been brainwashed, but that's all they know. The prison yard, I've seen some bad fights, been in some bad fights, won a few, lost a few, been beat up by 3 people. You know, the worst fight I ever got in was in prison. I was beaten by 3 guys that were pretty good sized guys, and they put a good whopping on me. I done what I could, but you cannot whoop 3 guys unless you're a Hercules. So that was a pretty bad experience. And you know, most people do go through that. Most people do, you know, have bad experiences like that inside prisons. And the jails is not as bad because they're closely monitored. You know, you'll have cameras in your cells, guards around all the time. But then again, I have been in many fights in jail. Won a few, lost a few. Been cut, been kicked in the face, you know, stomped, you know, and done it myself. Not proud of it, not at all proud of it. I do not condone violence. I hate violence, but you cannot back down, because if you do back down, then they're gonna do it every second of every day. If you don't stand up for yourself while you're locked up, you're gonna have a miserable life inside being locked up. I have worked at every place I've been to. I've cooked. You know, in prison you'll cook 1,000 meals for every serving. You know, there'd be 4 or 5 cooks, but you're responsible for about 1,000 meals, 1,000 breakfast, 1,000 lunch, 1,000 dinner. In the little Class D facilities, you'll cook, you know, they hold 150, 200 people. You'll cook 150 breakfast, 150 lunch, 150 supper. You never get to sit down. It's so tiring. It's better than being locked in your cell all the time, but it is so tiring. You know, if you walk 6, 7 miles a day beside the road picking up trash, you know, you and 7 or 8 more, and you pick up 100, 150 bags of trash a day, that will wear you out. And it's brute labor, and you have to do it. If you don't, they'll lock you down and don't care. You won't get back out. I've worked blacktopping roads. If it's raining outside, you're still going to work. If it's cold outside, you're still going to work. No matter how miserable it is outside, you're still expected to go give them a full 8-hour day. And you know, a lot of the people that work for the work release programs are pretty nice people. You know, they're pretty lenient. I'm not talking about, you know, letting you do just whatever you want to do. They don't have, you know, a whip out slapping you in the back making you work like a pack mule or something. But it is hard manual labor, and you don't get nothing for it. 63 cents a day. Come on, I mean, at least buy me a pop, you know. And you'll eat a bologna sandwich. You won't get real food. They'll give you a bologna sandwich, a little bit of chips, and maybe an orange juice or something, and you're expected to be okay with that. Hunger for me was bad. I'm a little guy, but I'm a big eater. I can eat more than most bigger guys. That's just a little bit of insight on life behind bars. I've got many stories. I got a lot of time. I'll fill you in on some more tomorrow. Love you guys.